One Piece chapter 541. A full-on prison break. Dude! This is, oh, yo. This is so huge. This is so huge right now. Let me get this straight. Not only did Crocodile basically make the sand ramp for them to go up and start sucking the moisture out of the door and splinters that bitch in half, okay? And I like how, once again, and this is cool for me because I can see that this is when One Piece is shooting the fuck up in sales, because Oda's having to re-explain some of the devil fruit powers, because Oda's reached back for shit before and there was no fourth wall breaking saying sand fruit explain, none of that shit. So this is how I know this is when this is going on, which is cool for me as an outsider. But this is so fucking nuts. They're going level by level and they're freeing people. I like how Crocodile just steps out the shadows like a G. Goes straight up to Mr. One and says, man, I'm about to break out of here. Aren't you getting tired of being here, Mr. One? Don't you want to join me? Mr. One says, I was getting bored anyway. This is so nuts. Like, you're going to see the Baroque Works members meet back up. Crocodile's back out on the loose. There's a war getting ready to start. Luffy's on a mission to save his brother. Buggy the Clown unintentionally is actually helping Luffy. He's like, him and Mr. 3, like, I'm going to escape. Mr. 3 made the candles and it turned into the keys with the wax, because they got the wax fruit. And we're going to release all the prisoners on level 2. So now you have Luffy that was coming from the bottom. Up top on level 2, you got Buggy the Clown causing hell. I mean, it's the perfect storm. And to see how they're all mobilized, and when you look at Ivanko's whole thing, the drag queen, right? He's telling them, like, look, man, you got to understand, if we don't free any prisoners, some of you guys are going to get caught, you're going to get tortured. If you want to be free, if you want to get free, we have to free as many people as possible. And even the under warlord, okay, or not the warlord, the under warden, he's saying, like, I'll give my life to be the next warden. But even he realizes that this is a failure of epic proportions. The impenetrable Impel Down not only got broken into for the sake of saving Ace, but you're seeing all the prisoners get free. So now you have a prison riot of epic proportions. All these prisoners are about to escape. Someone's head has to roll. It's going to be the underwarden, but might even be the warden too. But take this even further. Even one of the former wardens, you know, he tells them, like, you guys are falling apart. You better go get Mr. Venom Fruit with his diarrhea booty. Tell him to wipe that shit off his ass and come get me, because I'll help his ass out. This is getting crazy. Like, there's so much madness and chaos going on, and Oda's a master of misdirection. Like, he's having us caught up in the moment. You know, like, you're seeing Mr. One get hit with the adrenaline, and as we know, when Luffy got hit with it, that adrenaline's going to hit you and you're going to feel the effects the next day. But here's what's nuts about this. All that's going on still don't make me forget the Ace about to get executed. But Oda's got so much chaos going on to where I know he's going to kill Ace now. There is no saving him. And the reason being is, like, it's 10 o'clock, they're going to execute Ace at 3, and there's still some time. He's got the ticking clock go. But when you write and you use the ticking clock, everything has to come to an end. There's no coming back from this. If Oda didn't introduce the ticking clock and just said by the time he gets to Navy headquarters, he might get executed, they might hold him off. He didn't build any stuff. There's a certainty. So now shit's getting real. And so by having all this misdirection, when you finally get back there, now we're on Luffy watch. Like, you got Suicide watch, we got Luffy watch. Because if Oda goes through with this like I think he is, we're going to be in a scenario where the Luffy that we know is no longer going to exist. There'll still be parts of Luffy as a character. He's going to come out of this hard. And so I'm going to be really, Really interested to see how he builds himself up after being broken. How he builds himself up. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be really fucking interesting. Because this was an action-packed chapter. Everybody's running. Chaos is ensuing. All the guards are trying to mobilize. None of that matters. We're on Luffy watch. So my chapter question to you guys is, when it comes to the prison break, how big, and you can kind of break free of that no spoiler rule. Don't drop spoilers, okay? Like, moderators, I'm counting on you guys because I read the comments. So moderators, team moderators, show up on this one. Like, you guys been holding me down. Show up on this one. But I just wanna kind of throw this in here. How big of a fuck up will this be if we see a scenario where all the prisoners escape after Luffy breaks into an impenetrable prison? How many heads are gonna roll? And just as a quick note, man, you know, meant to put this in the beginning of the chapter review, so I'll do this again in the beginning of the chapter review, but I gotta give a shout out to Albie, man. Like, Albie, he's one of the first people who watched these videos and joined me early on in the One Piece journey. For those of you who don't know, the thumbnails I've been using going as far back as, I want to say just before Alabasta. Albie has been really good about sending me not just one or two thumbnails. He's been sending me thumbnails upon thumbnails upon thumbnails. It's like 5 to 10 images per chapter. And I'm going to tell you why this is huge, okay? This is huge because not only do I get extra images to choose from, but I can avoid spoilers. So when I like go in and I type in episodes and stuff, or episode say 129 Luffy versus it wouldn't be Crocodile at that point, but let's say it's Luffy versus Crocodile. I can avoid that simply for the fact that, like, say if I type that in and then I see Luffy and Crocodile teamed up in prison break outfit, I say, oh shit, I guess Luffy goes to prison at some point. See, I can avoid all that shit because of Albie. And by him sending so many images, I save all the images that he sends. And the reason why that's so helpful to me is when I finally get caught up. I'm hoping you guys should be seeing this in 2018. So I'm hoping by the end of the year to be caught up in One Piece. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm hoping to be caught up. And whenever I do get caught up, because I've saved those images, I can do the One Piece discussions and everything and just bring you guys more content and have some of these One Piece discussions. And I'm really excited about that, man. So Albie's the real, like you say, real MVP that's going to be dated at this point. So I'll just put it like this. Like, you know, since this is a One Piece review, you know, Albie has put in the work. That's like my first captain right there. Or I guess you say like my first mate. Because like Albie has done so much leg work for me, man. Like, I totally appreciate it. And just as a, you know, quick shout out too, because, you know, I got a couple moderators in here too. Moderators, give yourself a shout out. Killer Queen, I'm going to edit that out. You guys, give yourself a shout out. I'm forgetting one more. Give yourself a shout out, guys. Give yourself a shout out, man. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching the end of the video, guys. Have an awesome day.